Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for being with me today. I hope you're having a good day. We're back in Planet Zoo in Pine Valley Zoo today. So this is our live recording zoo. So last episode we replaced our roof and we put these information booths or ticket offices down in the front here, and I also built the glass interior wall of the building at the back here. So we made a bit of progress. I will put some lighting in as well down in the middle in the inside here. So, oh, and this motif, I forgot I did this little motif at the end here as well, which I kind of like. It's something a little bit quirky. So what I want to look at today is just getting some foliage in here, and I've had a bit of an idea. I want to try, I know originally I was going to have some big pine trees in here. I thought that made sense. But now that those are here, I'm not sure I can. But I'm going to try. I'm going to see if I can fit some trees in amongst these gaps. So let's crack on. What I want to do first is cover up the back and the sides here. So I want to create some kind of edge using these rustic pieces. I really like the look of these pieces. So what I'm hoping is I can hide the edge of these steps here, yeah, with that piece. And then see, that's, hang on, if I shrink this down, I'm hoping I can match it all up. Oh, hang on, I need to do the height as well, don't I? Okay, now that's fine, that sticks inside, that's alright, I can work with that. I'm then going to need, see, it never quite adds up, does it? Oh, it's so annoying. Look at that, it's just in the wrong place. Okay, let's just get it in. And then I can fiddle around with it. Now, how do I want these? So these are going to have to, I think, match up. No, hang on. Okay, why does that not quite seem to match up properly? Looks okay at that end. That end didn't work. Ah, is that, I think, yeah, does that need to be over one? Actually, it doesn't matter because this whole thing needs to move forward. So let's do that first. Let's line it up properly this way. So I want it to, see, the idea is that it covers up this back area here. Unfortunately, yeah, that does not look good there at all. It actually looks better like that. Okay, that's fine. I can work with that. So basically this and this need to be... Okay, why is it not letting me... Hang on. Why is it not letting me move them over one? Oh, what is happening? Okay, yeah, it's got corrupted. That's fine. It does that sometimes. Let's just separate that entirely from the building. And then let's bring it in to where it needs to be. That's fine. I can... Oh yeah, I've got little gaps to fill in, of course. Forgot about them. That's cool. Oh, it's actually come in through the back. Oh, do you know what? That looks kind of cool, doesn't it? I don't mind that in the back there, actually. I think that looks alright. See, I want it to look like that, so I'm going to have to get that piece removed as well. It's a shame. You have to keep doing this, but it's the only way of lining these things up when you're trying to sort of custom fit it to a gap like that. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Okay. Then I just need one of these to fill in that gap there. And then, oh, why can't I connect it to that? No? Okay, you're not going to let me. Oh. Right, let's get that in there. Is that? Yes, that is right. Cool. Okay, so that's our basic frame. And then I think what I'll do, because I'm happy with that, so I'm just going to sort of duplicate that across to these other ones. Okay, how does that look? So this one, they're all slightly different of course, so that's just got to go back a little bit. How did this one end up looking? Yeah, I think that one just needs to go back a tiny bit. Let's just check inside. We're looking good, we are. Excellent. Let's copy this side over as well. Yes, now this side is a bit trickier because it goes at a different angle. Let's turn off the angle snap and get this lined up. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Nice, and then let's bring this over. See how this is going to work out. That needs to go further back actually, doesn't it? Maybe this one's on a slight angle as well, because that is not as far back as that needs to go. That should be back there somewhere, as in fact should this one. Back to about there. And what does that look like inside? That one doesn't show inside, so that works nicely. That just plugs the gap. Again, let's just bring this over to here. Oh, look at that. Is that? That's pretty much perfect. Nice. Let's just bring it back to there. Nice. And do we see this one inside? No, we don't. Excellent. Well, that went pretty smoothly actually. So then we've got these little bits here to fill in, and I'm thinking rocks. These rocks are amazing pieces. They're so versatile. You can just use them to plug all gaps like this. They're just awesome pieces. And you kind of, you turn them around and you manipulate them, and then you just add bits to them as well. You can obviously blend them together and whatever as well. So yeah, see, they're so simple, but they're so useful for plugging all these little gaps. That one's just poking through a little bit. There we go. See how nice that looks already. Just little finishing touches like that make all the difference. Just get this lot filled in. So I'm recording this one, this episode, back to back with my last episode. So again, it's Sunday evening, and so this will hopefully be released on Tuesday. So obviously, if you've watched the last video, if you've left me any feedback, I haven't had time to see it because I've not actually published the last video yet. In fact, while I'm recording this, my other video, my last episode, is being uploaded as I speak. So thank you if you've watched it, and if you've given me any feedback, then I promise you I will read it, and I appreciate it as well. So yeah, I mean, please do leave me feedback. Let me know what you're thinking. If you've got any ideas for the zoo going forwards, I know at the moment obviously I'm doing a lot of work on this entrance area, and I appreciate it's, it is slow going, but this is how this game works. If you played this game yourself, it takes hours to do these big projects. Even something as simple as an entrance building. I mean, granted, this is quite a tricky entrance building that I'm doing here. I'm being quite ambitious with this one. But yeah, it takes a long time. So this I'm currently recording episode 5. So I'm well into my third hour of gameplay, and this is what I've got done so far. So if you've played this game yourself, you know how many hours it can take to do these these buildings. But it's fun, you know. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in any mad rush at all to be out here doing other things. I'm just enjoying myself, being creative, and hopefully creating good stuff. You can be the judge of that. Right, pine. Let's have a look. So my thinking was that I wanted pine trees. What sort of pine tree? So what have we got? There are Himalayans, Korean. What's that? Blimey. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to use that one out the front here. Ponderosa pine. That's kind of cool. I like that one. What does the Himalayan look like? See, I really like the Himalayan. And then the Scots pine, of which we do have little saplings and weird windswept ones. I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm thinking Himalayan out the front. So what I was hoping I could actually squeeze some of these pines in here. Not too many. I don't want to go over the top, but I was thinking I could try and squeeze a couple in, particularly like there, for example. I thought could work, and then maybe one in the middle here, or no. See, that's probably going to look too sort of perfect if I have one growing in there. Maybe I could do like a little sapling there to make it look like maybe they want one growing there, but it's not really got going yet. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Let's just get a little sapling growing in there. I know it's a different type. That was a Scots pine, and these ones are the Himalayan pines. Oh, Douglas, what? Oh, Douglas fir. I've actually used, I forgot there's a whole different pine tree there that I hadn't realised. So hang on, how many? I've got 3 Douglas fir and 3 Himalayan. Right, actually I like the Himalayan, so actually let's, beg your pardon, let's get rid of that and let's just stick with the Himalayan out the front here. So is that, yeah, see, that's different. Right, let's get this one over here. I kind of like it raised up so you can see some of the roots. How does that look? Is that that's a little bit too raised up. That's better. I like the idea that these trees have been here a long time and the buildings are kind of built around them. Yeah, I think that looks cool. Good. Happy with that. Nice. Not finished yet because I still want some other kind of shrubs, I think, down in here. Don't know what. Let's have a look at what's suitable. No, that's a bit too much, isn't it? I don't know if I sink that. How is that? Actually, that's not. That looks. Yeah. Oh yeah, that looks good. I do like that actually in there. Is there a smaller version? There is. Yes, good. I can have a. Yeah, I like the look of that. I don't know what it looks like, but it works for me. No, clearly that one's not going to work. What else have we got? No, that's a bit too dense. I want. Yeah, something. I don't want too much. I want to be able to see the rocks, you know. I'll put the rocks there for a reason. I don't want to just hide them all. But yeah, I do like them. I feel like I need a little bit of colour maybe just around the base of this. This is always my favourite part of Planet Zoo, is the foliage. Now, I'm a gardener in real life, in case you hadn't picked that up. I'm sure I've mentioned it a few times. So for me, foliage is the big thing. You know, that's what makes this game so much fun. How does that look? Is that gonna? I don't really care that sticks through the wall actually up there. I just noticed that branch there is sticking through the ceiling. So let's just try and turn that a bit. There we go. That's better. Yeah. So foliage is the big thing for me. I just love being creative, like stuff like this. It's such a simple thing. You take the bush, you sink it in the ground, and it becomes like a whole different plant. It's like a ground spreading, almost like an alpine plant that looks like now. I just want a little bit of colour in here. I'm just wondering, there's, let's get rid of the tag there. Let's go to flowers. There is a nice purple flower, isn't there? This one. Now I wonder if I go for the big version and sink that. What does this look like? Just a little bit of colour, maybe just raise it up at the back. Have a couple poking through back there. Sink that a bit. How do we think that looks? Oh, I like that. Yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? I love that. I love just blending stuff together and seeing what it looks like. Not too over the top. Like I say, I want to be able to see the rocks. Just some simple bushwork there. This one I feel needs a little something. Maybe a... I don't know, maybe what... Yeah, something... Actually, yeah, something on the base of there. There we go. Yeah, just like something extra, you know, just needed a little splash of colour there. This one looks fine, I think, with these two in the tree. Nice, look at that. We're looking good out the front here now, actually. Not bad at all. For the building, at least. You know, obviously there's still whatever I decide to do further out, but the building itself is looking pretty good from the front now. I need some lights. Not too sure how I'm going to do lights, actually. But I think I'll worry about lights once the building's finished. I think that makes sense. So what have I still got to do? Quite a lot upstairs. I still need a barrier up here. Still want to get this downstairs bit finished at either end as well. Tell you what, focus on one thing at a time. Let's do this entrance way over here. Actually, one thing I want to look at here, I had an idea for this pathway. I'm probably going to fill most of it in with rocks in between, but I'm thinking I might want to actually turn on the railings and see how it looks. Probably going right the way into here, I would think. What do I think of these railings? They're fine, actually, yeah. They look decent. So let's keep the railings on. It can be such a pain in this game to try and make custom railings, especially on curved areas and raised areas. It's just too much hassle, basically. So if you can use the in-game ones, I would always suggest you do that, because you can always kind of customize things. So when I put the rock work in here, it will look like the railings are all connected to the rocks and coming out of the rocks. So you end up with it looking really nice and custom anyway. But the in-game fencing is all really good, so there's certainly no problem with using it. So what I want to do here, well, I have no idea what I want to do here, to be honest. I like the idea of using this piece again. Okay, oh, hang on, I wanted this. Let's just get it flat. There we go. Let's angle snap it. Now, I don't know if I am going to use this piece, but let's just get it in. And oh, hang on. Sorry, I've just had an idea of the train going through one of these. Actually, might look kind of fun. Don't know. What do we think? I think the train just about fits. If I raise that up so it doesn't stick down. No, I kind of like the idea of the train only just squeezing through. I think that just needs to come over a bit. Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Should I get one of them down at this end as well, so it has to go in the other end in the same way? It's a little bit tricky there because it goes through the roof. If I bring it to the end of the roof, I've then got to create something for it to be supported. No, that's fine. Let's not do it at that end then. Let's just do it there. That's fine. It does mean that it kind of sticks down here. I tell you what, let's just try this. This might look terrible. Okay, that's not quite lined up properly, has it? Oh, it's... Ah, of course, it's at a slight angle, isn't it? Hang on, let's... I don't know if this will work. Trying to line this up. Do you know what? I don't mind that. I think that looks alright, actually. Looks kind of cool, because it does look like it's all kind of one big thing. I might be able to cover this with something. I'm not sure what, but there might be something. And I don't mind, because obviously, you know, you get beams and things that people have to avoid, so that's fine. I know in the game they'll walk straight through it, but you know, in real life you would just go either way, either side of the beam. So, yeah, I'm okay with that for now. Anyway, I mean, I don't know. I might I might go off of it at some point. I'm just going to see if there's something, some little wooden block or something that I can use where that joint is. Yeah, this is the kind of thing. There we go. Yes, that's what it needs, isn't it? Just needs just that little something just to hide it, to hide the joint. Something like that, and then one on the back. Yeah, nice. Right, let's just copy that over to here. Oh, I love that. That looks really cool. Ah, see, when this game goes right, it just works, doesn't it? When you find these little things and you just try stuff out, it can just work. Because I don't really need doors or anything here. It's okay with it being open. I know this is the disabled access, and obviously the idea is you get your tickets over here, but I'm just going to kind of say that disabled people have to go there, get the tickets, and then come back and go up the ramp. It's a trustworthy zoo. What can I say? There aren't proper sort of gates and things. You just sort of meander on in. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna let that go. So what I probably do with these steps, like I said, is probably lots of rock work all around the bottom here. But I do obviously need to smarten up this end piece here. So I think what I need to do is drag this out to here. Now I like that you can see the top of this bit of these glass pieces. So I feel like I need this to be raised up like so. So I may just, let's see what happens if I get it. Yeah, let's do it like this instead. Okay, let's bring that to there. And for the sake of now these pieces didn't get attached to the building, that's fine. Yeah, for the sake of the structure, I like the idea of this being a really good solid end piece here. So if I can bring that right to the end, probably, yeah, bring it up and bring it across so that it's sort of halfway like that. Good. I think that's, yeah, that's going to work. Now obviously it looks a bit silly at the moment, but if you consider that this would all be rocks under here, blending all of this in, blending this in, and probably coming up here as well, and then probably all around here. Not really sure what I'm going to do over here. Something interesting or creative. I want some gardens basically. I think where this path is in between here, I want foliage somehow. But back here will probably just be rocks because it's kind of shady here, isn't it? So that's going to do it for my entrance here. That's all I need. It'll get finished off at a later date. Do I like that little, kind of goes into the glass a little bit here, doesn't it? I might just hide this whole corner with a rock because that all looks a little bit messy there, doesn't it? Which is a shame. So yeah, I think when I come to do the rocks, I'll hide that corner with the rock. That's yeah, that's good. That's fine. Ooh, I like this. This is taking shape quite nicely, isn't it? So let's focus on the ground floor before I move it upstairs. So I've still got this end to do, and do you know what? I might do something similar at this end actually. So I do like the idea of having it top and bottom. So let's have a look. So let's copy all of these pieces here. Let's bring them down to this end and see what I can do. Right, so is that roughly how I went at this end? Just poking out a little bit, yeah. Okay, so it does go through the roof. I could always take the roof back because I do like that as a design. So let's put it in. What do I think of the roof? Could I lose? Let's have a look. Can I lose a bit of roof? Do you know what? Yes, I can lose a bit of roof. Or, in fact, can I fit? If I shrink the grid size. I tell you what, let's do that, and then let's break that away, and let's bring it across, so that it blends. I think that's how this one is. It's blending with the roof, isn't it? Or is it? No, it's just on the outside of the roof. So if I just bring that back, so that it's, let's go like that. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to just manipulate that a tiny bit, just so the graphics don't bug. There we go. That looks good, doesn't it? I think this all still matches up. Yes, it does. Excellent. That is looking awesome. I'm liking that. Ah, and now the train isn't going to get through there, so I'm going to have to just move it across, aren't I? Which is fine. I can do that. Yeah, so it needs to be matched up with, obviously, where the train is going. Once I've got the train going, I'll be able to see whether it fits through there. I think it does. I think that's going to work quite nicely, in fact. Cool. Okay, so what do I need? I need to fence the top in. Oh no, I was doing the bottom. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here, aren't I? Actually, do you know what? The first thing we're going to do is get that in place. Actually, do you know what? I could use that on these paths as well, couldn't I? I do kind of like that. Keeps it a bit simpler for me. Yeah, I know that's cheating a little bit, but it's the easiest way of doing this sort of barrier, because you clearly need these barriers to be here, and I can still do work to cover up all this rubbish at the sides. But yeah, I think that is going to be the easiest way. Otherwise, you've got to custom make all these edges, and that is just a nightmare. As it is, I'm still going to have to do something in here. I'm not entirely sure what. Oh, do you know what? Ooh, that's an idea. I like the idea of a big tree coming up through there, because there's like an obvious hole that's been left, and I like the idea that it's been built around a giant pine tree. One of the biggest ones. What's the biggest pine? Probably one of the Himalayans, I think. Or possibly, actually, these ones look pretty ginormous, don't they? Let's get rid of that. Right, what's the biggest one? That's big. Scots pines aren't. Douglas ferns, sorry, firs. No, they're not particularly big. That's pretty big, but I've got them there. So let's go with whatever the biggest one of these is. Hang on, let's just see. That is a lovely big tree there. That's probably the biggest. So let's have a look at that. Right, what do we think? Maybe, yeah, that's... I like that. I think that works. Let's have a look. What's it look like from back here? Yeah, that's integrating nicely with the building, isn't it? This is the kind of look I want. You know, I want lots of different pine trees through the whole zoo. There'll probably be some other trees included here and there, but not many. It's going to be mainly different pines. I just, you know, it's the theme of the zoo, so it makes sense to have a lot of pines around, doesn't it? So I'm gonna, what am I going to do down here? This will all be rock work, I think, around this edge. So, see, this is going to cause me a problem, because I'm going to have to do probably custom fencing here. Because yeah, see, if you do, I can't do fencing on here without it coming up there and there as well, and over there. Now I can get away with that bit, but what about, see that bit? Yeah, look at that. It just shows up through there, doesn't it? Which is not what I want. See, and I can do it. I could do it there and I could do it to there, but then you just got some little bit here which isn't included. Hang on, let's... See, I don't mind the stairs they're having the barriers on. Actually, that looks pretty cool because it works nicely with this, doesn't it? It blends in nicely with that as an edge there. In fact, I wonder if that will look good down here. It just adds an extra layer of detail, like a handrail that people can use. Yeah, do you know what? I like that. I don't know. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I like that. Ah, right. So these ones aren't quite working. I need to lower this side, but that's fine. I can do that in a second. Let's get these ones in as well. Now what I've... Yeah, so this needs to just go down a tiny bit. There we go. That's all that needed. And then actually I need to duplicate that over to this one as well. Oh, look at that. Sweet. I love that. I love discovering stuff like that when you're doing your building. Just play around with stuff. I'll always encourage you, if if you're new to the game, just keep playing around with stuff like that, and you never know what you're going to suddenly discover, and you think, wow, I wish I'd done that in the first place. And it just works. So what I will do is, just because I am a perfectionist, I will just balance these so that the railings are in the middle. I just want, well, as much as I can anyway. I want them all to be roughly in the middle. That's just a little bit of OCD coming out in me, I'm afraid. I am a little bit OCD about this sort of thing. But then why not when you're playing a game like this? It's kind of what we do, isn't it? There's no use playing a game like this if you're not going to try and make it as good as you can. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this piece here yet. I think I like the idea of this support being here. So this will probably sort of stay like it is, and I might just get a load of foliage in here, possibly. I might get, actually no, I'll do some rock work to cover this back area and then just leave it sort of a gravelled area, I think. Oh, do you know what could be fun in here actually? Let's just try, because there is a gravel here. I could kind of... Oh, is that... Really? You're not going to let me do anything? That's too big, isn't it? Of course. Sorry, I'm being an idiot. Let's see what size of pathway I can get in here. Ooh, it went blue there, didn't it? Did it go blue? Sure, that went blue somewhere. It's not going to now, is it? Ah, yes, there. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah. So, oh no, because then it gets rid of the support. Oh, that's ruined my plan, hasn't it? I really wanted that support to stay. I totally forgot that putting a pathway down would do that. Okay, well that's fine. I can put rocks down and make it. I want it to look like a little abandoned area. Basically, that's what I'm trying to get at. Where you can't really you can't get into it as such. There's not a lot, it's just kind of there. And then, like, I could put a bench down in it or something, like a, like a couple of benches in the front here. So you're not really encouraged to walk in there, but it's open, so it's not fenced off at the front, something like that. Yeah, I'll get to that in the next episode. At the moment, I'm still focusing on this area here. I still need to try and, obviously this needs a support, so that's relatively straightforward actually, but it kind of depends on what I do to support the rest of this. I feel like I need down beams. I need some good beams, which obviously these things are. So I've got no issue in just using some of these as support beams. Yeah, see, so it's simple, yeah, simple and effective. Let's just get, pretty close to the edge there. That's good. So that now looks like it's actually a supporting building, you know, because these obviously they're wood, but inside they could be like metal girders, and it's just decorated to look like wood. So I'm fine with that. I don't mind this being quite open actually. It's a real shame about this bit in here. Although, hang on, let's have a look. See, I wonder if I get more on here. Are you gonna see it? I've already got an issue here, haven't I? See, now that bit I can hide. If I put it in there, hang on. See that? I like that. I want that there. Actually, do you know what? Yeah, this will work because I can separate that piece and just lift it up like that, just to cover that there, and then I can do the same with this one. Just lift it up enough, just so it looks like that just blends into it there. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. That looks alright. Ah, you got that little edge to the pathway there. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I'm not too fussed with that. No, do you know what? I can hide that. Let's hide it with a little shrub or something sticking out of the wall. Yeah, there we go. I loved it. I love that. Just stick a shrub in the wall. Just hide the bit of pathway. That's fine. Yeah, there we go. Like that. That's cool. Ooh, this is good. I'm enjoying this now. We're getting there, aren't we? We're starting to look like a proper building, which is obviously the plan. Yeah, still got to decide how I'm covering this up. Probably rocks. Not sure how this is going to work out here, but the actual building now looks sort of there. I could do some detailing inside. Get some probably some picnic tables down maybe in here. Might look nice. So I might do that in the next episode. Obviously I've got this sort of outdoor bit here. Not sure what I'm going to do here. I didn't really want you to be able to see the zoo from here, but I can't really block that off very easily either. I kind of wanted it so you had to come up these steps before you get the view. But then I have put steps here, so I don't know. Obviously you're going to get the view as you come up here. If you come up this way to the train station as well, I could probably block this off, but I don't know what with, and I don't think it will look very good, so maybe not. Maybe I could do some dense trees here, I suppose, couldn't I? Sort of mottle the view. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. I'll have a play around with that, I think, for the next episode. But I'm pretty happy with how this building is looking now. It's a lot less of a building than I expected, actually. I thought I was going to have it a lot more solid around the sides here and at the back, but actually I'm quite enjoying how it looks, being a bit more like a shell, you know, from the front leaning over, and then the back is quite open. I quite like that. Obviously, I've still got this bit out here that I need to support, which I'll probably use these pieces for. But yeah, I think that's looking pretty good now. Coming along nicely, I would say. Great. Well, thank you for watching the episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of my latest additions. Yeah. And if you liked it, hit the like button for me. That would be fantastic. If you haven't subscribed, you could do that as well, so you get notifications of all my new videos. They're going up pretty much daily. That's the plan. Can't guarantee it, but that's what I'm aiming for. And yes, just thanks for your support, basically, and you know, thanks for sticking with me. Hopefully you're having fun. I am. I'll certainly be back pretty soon in the next episode. Until then, do take care, and I'll see you soon.